Welcome everybody to the Murphy Roberts Holiday Classic Giant Slalom Women's Run 1. We are getting ready to go with our forerunners in the gate. We've got about 80 women competitors in today's field, an incredibly talented and dense field with highly skilled racers. Our forerunners are getting ready. Those will be our first competitors on course. First forerunner getting ready to go. Kyle Kagan is our first forerunner today. We'll have video coverage of the top of the course today, working out some technical issues up here on the all-out race venue. So we will only be able to provide the upper half of footage, at least for this first run, as our first forerunner gets ready to go. And we're off with our first forerunner on course, Kyle Kagan. Two forerunners today before the race begins, and we'll start talking about our racers momentarily. $34,000 in prize money going out this week here at the Holiday Classic. Talk a little bit more about that prize breakdown here coming up.
Hold up.
Second forerunner getting ready to go. That's Julia Cunningham.
Second and final forerunner on course will hold for their finish and clear course report.
Racer 1 is ready in 2 intervals.
Think it'll be too close. I mean, whatever you think, Amy.
The first forerunner.
Get right inside all the live action here. We're working to get everything up and running.
No issues by the road. Swings up to some touch, back shed, but it ran really, really well.
All right, our first racer getting ready to go in the start. Looks like that's Liv Moritz.
Thanks, yeah. It's 3 and 6 also, Zach. I just pulled my phone out.
Trying to work on our technical issues up here. Racing for the University of Denver, and she is on course. Down the upper section of the all-out race hill, good and steep up here on the top pitch. Snow conditions are excellent right now here on top. It flattens out right here in this section. The competitors will be looking to carry speed across the flats. Good, clean skiing is going to be key as they break over the pick point here and onto the lower section of the course. It looks like she's had a good, clean run to start things off. Second competitor looks like Ashley from the University of Colorado Buffaloes. Flying down the hill, just throwing herself down the mountain. This is a fun racetrack here, the All Out Race Hill. Looks like she's skied to a fast start. Looks like this is Sarah Rask up here at the start. Sarah has won herself some Holiday Classic hardware. Looking to get after it today. Good strong skiing into her tuck early. She makes her way onto the flats. That's the beach section when the sun comes out. We call that the beach. Run for Sarah Rask. We're trying to get some times and some results here momentarily. A challenging technical day. We apologize for those that were looking to watch live. Glad we're able to provide this recording for everybody out here watching today. Course looks like it's running really well, set by Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club Robert Baker. That was Claire Timmerman that we just watched. This is Carlotta Marcora. Carlotta competing for Westminster College. Representing Italy, we have nearly 20 nations in representation. Carlotta getting low right before the flats. That was a costly mistake. You look for her grabbing her tuck, trying to make up some speed. She knows that was a difficult place because there's no momentum from gravity to get that time back. As she drops over on the lower pitch, she'll be charging hard. Now it's Nora Brand from Germany, racer for the University of Denver Pioneers. And Nora Brand is on course. Nora has had herself some success here at the Murphy Roberts Holiday Classic. We represented at the Champions Dinner on Tuesday night, just like the Masters Golf Tournament, a tradition at the Holiday Classic. The champions get to enjoy a Champions Dinner. And a good looking run from Nora out to start this Murphy Roberts Holiday Classic Race Series. Our next competitor, this is Lana Zabasic. She's from Croatia, skiing for the Montana State Bobcats. Lana using the back part of her skis, trying to get energy going down the hill. She drops into her tuck. The course keeps turning there onto the flats. That section is quite flat. Now it starts to drop over just a little bit. She approaches the breakover. Now it gets more technical in that section as Lana drops out of view. Our next competitor will be Sarah Steele. Looking at the results unofficially, Lee Moritz in the lead, Sarah Rask and Claire Timmerman behind her respectively. As our next competitor on course now, this is Sarah Steele. She's a Park City Ski and Snowboard Club athlete hailing from Canada. Running the low line up there, not giving this course any respect. It's easy for athletes to overski this hill. We tend to see tight times on this hill. She is definitely getting after it. Let's see how that plays out. As our next competitor in the start, getting ready to go, is going to be Mia Hunt. Mia racing for the University of Denver.
9 on, 10 game.
Longtime Park City product. Her father, Jesse Hunt, the former director of skiing for the U.S. ski team. Prolific ski racing heritage in this family, and Mia looking strong, racing for the Denver Pioneers. Getting a little bit low there through the beach section. It looks like she's managed to keep her speed well as she breaks over pick point and onto the lower pitch. Our next competitor getting ready to go up top is going to be Kayla Lafreniere, racing for the University of Utah. The Canadian skier, University of Utah, defending NCAA champion team, They will be competing here on this exact slope for the NCAA championships on March 6th. So a good opportunity for these collegiate athletes to get used to the hill before the NCAA championships. And Utah again will be defending their title as they slopes of Steamboat in March. A good looking top of run there for Lafreniere. As our next competitor now, she's a local athlete now, skiing for the Colorado Mountain College Eagles. This is Nicola Roundtree Williams. It's great to have Nicola in Steamboat Springs, training with coaches Scott and Brian on the all-out slope and at Howelson Hill. And Nicola looking really fast. Phenomenal ski racing up here. She is attacking like she knows this hill. Hasn't been too many laps on it. The hill just opened up for training a little over a week ago, but Nicola looking fantastic. Let's see if she can look to unseat our current leader, Liv Moritz. Pushing out of the start now. Here comes bib number 12. This is Molly Mueller. Molly, no stranger to these slopes. She has done some training in her day here with Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. Now competing collegiately out east. Molly looking strong up there. Into her tuck. Good, smooth, fluid skiing for Molly. A really nice run up top. Nicola through the finish. She is unofficially in 4th position at the moment. Mia Hunt just before her came down in 5th position currently. As we watch the University of Colorado skier Denise Dingsletter, the University of Colorado Buffalo. The NCAA championships in March will be hosted by the University of Colorado. And Denise, our racer from Austria in this field. Oh, getting a little bit low coming off the pitch there. That's a costly mistake. That's the one place on this hill where you don't want to make an error, because that speed you lose stays with you across the flats. It looks like she flowed through the flats well, but difficult to manage that error. As her teammate now, Emma Hammergard, another University of Colorado Buffalo, pushes out of the start. Hammergard has had a very successful career at the University of Colorado in Boulder. A little bobble up top, but she's pulled it together nicely. And again, we watch those turns right in there. She was nice and clean. Hammergard knows this hill well as she drops into her tuck. Good fluid skiing off the beach section and over pick point onto the lower section. Her teammate Dingsletter came through the finish in 8th. As we look to the top for another University of Colorado Buffalo, this one from Finland, Julia Toivonen. And Julia on course. 3 Colorado Buffaloes back to back to back, attacking the all-out race hill. Again, just footage on the upper half of the course today. Here's some technical challenges that we're trying to work through, and we hope to get you full-length footage tomorrow and definitely for the slalom events. Hammergard with some trouble down below as Toivonen, University of Colorado skier, makes her way onto the lower pitch. Looks like a good clean run up top, and now we're into our 16th position skier. This is a Harvard athlete, Elsie Halverson, former Winter Sports Club competitor from Steamboat Springs, now skiing for Harvard College. Elsie knows this hill well. An intelligent racer, intelligent student, absolutely crushing it. We love seeing competitor from Harvard on the mountain. And good, clean, smooth skiing from Elsie. Really nicely done up there. Great to have these competitors home for the holidays to compete in the Holiday Classic. Looks like a good run up top for Elsie Halverson. Our next competitor now, Caroline Jones, new skier through the transfer portal to the University of Colorado, formerly skiing for the University of Vermont Catamount. She's back home in Colorado now, though. Former Ski Club Vail athlete back on the slopes. Caroline, a past champion here at the Murphy Roberts Holiday Classic. She'll be at the Champions Dinner on Tuesday night, and it's good looking skiing up here for the Colorado Buffalo. Great to see her in the black and gold. And a good solid run for Caroline Jones as she moves on to the lower section of the course. Our next competitor, this is Phoebe Hayden. Phoebe racing for Ski and Snowboard Club Vale. She's an Australian racer. And Phoebe on course, one of the younger racers in our field today, but she's starting up here with the big girls. Phoebe's had some good laps on this hill, junior championships in her young career. She continues to improve. Oh no, and going down, leaning just inside. Phoebe Hayden, our first victim of the upper section of the course. There have been a few did not finishes down below, but Phoebe, our first victim up top, just leaning in. The snow snakes grabbed her, and Phoebe Hayden is out. Now from Team Summit, this is Ella Snyder.
20K.
Ella, a senior at Summit High School, I believe. Some great ski racing heritage in Ella's blood. A bit low as she makes her way onto the beach. She knows she has to carry as much speed off that upper pitch as she can down below. It looks like she's been able to manage that low line well in a good smooth run onto the lower pitch. Up top, bib number 20, Taya Kiesel. Taya skiing for the Aspen Valley Ski and Snowboard Club. This is her first holiday classic. Nice round skiing up on the top section of the course. Now she hits the flats. It's time to let them go. Just really see her laying those skis over. Clean is really important in this section of the course. She makes her way past the coaches and drops onto the lower pitch. Lower technical section that we hope to have video of tomorrow. Good run up top for Kiesel. Now bib number 21. This is Michelle Curvin. She races for the University of Utah. She's from Sweden.
22K.
These collegiate athletes not only battling to get into or get some experience on the hill there where they'll race the NCAA championships, they're looking to get themselves up to speed. These colleges so competitive. Only 3 men and 3 women from each team will be able to participate in the NCAA championships. So really important to get the year off to a good start. Try to get that spot on the team to represent at the championships. And for these University of Utah competitors, that means a chance to defend the title. As our next competitor now on course, bib number 22, Kaya Norby, another University of Utah skier. Kaya from Norway, an international team there at the University of Utah, coached by J.J. Johnson. Kaya really letting them run up there. Got a hold on the course down below. Kaya Norby make her way to the finish, and we'll try to get everybody updated here on some results. We're going to take a short course hold. We are going to go offline and we work on some things to try to get our names and our results up onto the display for you. Thanks for tuning in. Be back momentarily. All right, we're back.
Zach Lilly.
Bib number 23 on course. This is Lily Sewell, Canadian racer from the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. Lily's already been traveling all over the
23 on
country
course.
for races, just back from the NORAMs in Mount Tremblant, Quebec, Canada. Now she's back to Steamboat. Training with the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. Good job up top. It looks like she knows this hill well. She does. Good, clean skiing as she skis through the beach. This flat section now, it starts to steepen as Lily passes past Pick Point and onto the lower pitch. Lily Sewell's done a nice job up on the upper section. In the start, we have bib number 24. This is Tiana Bruce from Ski and Snowboard Club Vale.
Okay.
Tiana on course, a great technical skier. You'll find that with both Tiana and her brother Stewie competing in the men's field, great technicians. Good tactics for Tiana as she charges down the hill. Good clean turns. As Lily Sewell punched one in there into the top 10.
Skied well down here.
Back up to the top. That was a good clean run from Tiana Bruce as we look at our next competitor. It's Nicole Bege.
I think she just punched in the night, so she did a good job.
Nicole's had some competitive success here at the U16 championships. The hill well through those opportunities. A U18 racer now and doing a nice job up on the upper section. Up next from the University of Denver Pioneers, Josephine Trueblood. Jose, as she's called by many. Racing bloodlines. Father Mike, Mother Heidi, both great ski racers back in their day. But Jose's putting them both to shame here. Good looking skiing as Jose makes her way onto the middle flat section, looking for her tuck at every opportunity, trying to do everything she can to move her way up towards the front part of the field. Good looking run up top for Josephine Trueblood. Our next competitor, Catherine McKenney, another ski and snowboard club Vale competitor.
7 on, 28 gate.
The white and black suit and the bright green skis and boots. Easy to pick out McKenney in the field. Oh, getting a little bit low there, coming right onto the flats, but she did a really nice job to not let it cost her too much time. That was nicely done. These competitors have to risk everything, and when you risk everything, there's a chance you're going to make a mistake that critical section. She did a nice job to keep the speed going as Althea Noyes, another ski and snowboard club Vale competitor, getting ready to go. Let's make some noise for Althea Noyes.
29 gate.
You're going to hear that from the slalom, I'm sure, as Peter Lemongello and Squeegee Pepperone take to the mic. But Althea into her tuck early. She makes her way onto the flats down there. Althea, aggressive skiing for the Vale competitor. Noyes kept it clean. That was some good looking skiing. We'll see how it comes out as we look to the results. Near the bottom is Ashley Anderson, another ski and snowboard club Vale racer, gets ready to go. Ashley on
29
course.
on, 30 gate.
Tight on those gates. Running a direct line is Ashley. Getting a little bit late right there in that spot, but a nice job holding it together. It's definitely the bad girl line, but Ashley has skied it well. I say bad, that means good. Ashley Anderson carrying some good speed down there. Bib number 30 in the start, Sage Sappenfield, another ski and snowboard club Vale competitor. Sage pushing out of the start.
31 gate.
And on course.
Start to jury, we're going to 30-second intervals.
Pick up the intervals here a little bit as we watch Sappenfield make her way, carrying her tuck across the flats, looking for aerodynamics to help her time. These competitors trying to stay in the top 30 for a good start position on that second run. Racer now, Emma Powers. Emma from the Park City Ski and Snowboard Club.
Outside to outside, it's in good condition.
Oh, and Emma making a great recovery, but she gets inside her rotation, went down there in that slick spot. Costly mistake, obviously, but I'm impressed with Emma to keep the momentum and give herself a chance to get back in the course. That was nicely done for Emma. Certainly not what she wanted, but nice job to stay in there. Right on her tails now, 30-second interval. That's Sophie Haggard. Sophie, the snowbird skier. Good strong turns. Up here on the upper section, now she tries to run it direct on the flats. I always respect these racers out of Snowbird. So much powder skiing to do. Hard to keep focused on racing. There's our next competitor on course. That's Jenna Sheldon. Jenna competing for the Loveland Ski Club. Solid, strong skiing up here for Jenna. Jenna, one of the strong competitors in our field today. All right, up next, it's bib number 34. That's Sophie Stalker from Ski and Snowboard Club Vale. Sophie hurdling herself down this hill. Longtime competitor out of Vale. She's raced here many a time. St. Cups, junior championships, and she looks like she's skiing well, tight on those gates, clearing them out of her way. A nice looking run for Stalker. Archie Lennon, our next competitor from Team Summit. You are destined to be, absolutely destined to be a ski racer when your name is Archie. So we see her arcing up those turns down there. On to the middle flats now for Archie. I believe her first holiday classic. She's charging hard down here. Oh, getting a little wild going over the pitch there past the coaches on Coaches Knolls. Our next competitor pushes out of the gate. That's going to be bib 36, Sophia Palmquist. Palmquist, competitor from Team Summit, originally from the Twin Cities, and did her start to ski racing at Buck Hill. The prolific Palmquist family. Her brother Camden will be racing this afternoon, is on the U.S. ski team. Her brother Jevin racing as well. Sophia in the middle of those two, and a great skier in her own right. Sophia with a nice run up top to get things going. Our next competitor, Joey Heinrich McMullen. Heinrich McMullen from Ski and Snowboard Club Vale. Doing a nice job up here on this upper section. The field is stacked in there tight below. There's little margin for error. She gets a little sideways there. Ski's getting thrown around just a little bit, but it looks like Zoe's got things back on track as she makes her way over pick point and onto the lower pitch. Next up, it's going to be Lucy Curtis. Lucy competing for the Park City Ski and Snowboard Club. Great to see the crew from Park City out here making the trip along Highway 40 to the slopes of Steamboat Ski Resort on the All Out Race Trail. Doing a nice job off the pitch and onto the middle flats. Nice solid run there for Lucy Curtis. Up next, this is bib 39. This is Jessie Ferguson, the Canadian, racing for the Colorado Mountain College Eagles. Beautiful campus right here in Steamboat Springs. They do their training here on this all-out race trail as well as at Howelson Hill. She's a new skier to the team, so just getting her experience on this hill. Doing a nice job running the low line, trying to keep the skis in the fall line as much as she can as she drops over the lower pitch. Our next competitor on course,
40 on, 41 gates.
that's going to be bib number 40, Abby Dembeck. Abby racing for Ski and Snowboard Club Vale. She'll be followed by Molly McTeague. But right now, Abby Dembeck, I tell you what, this is some good-looking skiing from Abby. Really laying those skis over at the top of the turn, getting them set up, building a nice platform, and really standing on it. Abby Dembeck, I've seen her race a lot, and looks like she's really made some great improvements this year. Nice job, Abby. All right, here we go. It's Molly McTeague, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club superstar. Molly, her second year of fifth ski racing. Look at these angles up here on the top pitch. Molly really getting after it, making some really nice turns on the top. Has skied cleanly onto the beach section down below. Molly McTeague charging hard, good-looking skiing for the Winter Sports Club competitor as she makes her way over pick point and onto the lower pitch. Our next competitor now, it's another Colorado Mountain College Eagle competitor. That's Riley McLeod, hometown girl, member of the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club in her freshman year now at Colorado Mountain College. Great to see Riley going to school here locally. Great ski program at Colorado Mountain College. Riley getting to continue to ski race. So good to see. Always an enthusiastic ski racer, Riley. Good solid run up top.
43 on.
Next
44
competitor, it's getting exciting up here. This is Stella Sherlock. She's for the Aspen Valley Ski and Snowboard Club. Stella, another longtime competitive in the Rocky Mountain Division. Skied this hill many a time. They're all chasing Lieve Moritz, our leader down at the finish. Set the pace with a 57.12. Next up, bib number 44. This is Evelyn Wogeman. Evelyn from the Jackson Hole Ski Club. Really reaching forward is Evelyn, trying to move and propel that body down the hill. Good solid pole plant. Oh, and she puts her hands down right there on that blue gate. That's a costly error right there in that section of the flats. And she's kept it on her feet. And she continues to the lower section. Now on course, the Great Britain downhill suit. A dead giveaway. We've got Julia Wordley on course. It is really cool to see at the top levels of ski racing how Great Britain is starting to emerge as a powerhouse on the tour. And Julia Wordley doing her best to represent the country Great Britain as she skis out of the Loveland Ski Club. Our next competitor now on course, this is bib number 46, Sophia Stanley. Sophia
Half of the pitch,
also racing
as you
for the
come into
Loveland Ski
Highland
Club.
Lane Tower, you gotta be disciplined with your upper body, okay?
Good looking skiing up here for
Awesome. Totally rip it.
the Loveland skier.
Timing's action.
Onto the flats now.
More, so you just have to finish your turn strong. You don't need to overski it.
Working to make sure she stays over that outside ski good and strong, and she breaks over the pitch as our next competitor pushes out of the start. This is Sienna Hendrickson. Sienna from the Aspen Valley Ski and Snowboard Club. These competitors looking to really charge, try to get into the top 30, get themselves a good clean course for the second run. The top 30 run in reverse order for the second run based on their times here in this first run. And I tell you what, we've got a good looking run going here for Sienna Hendrickson as she makes her way onto the lower pitch. That looked fast. All right, bib number 48, our next competitor. This is Emma Belatti. Emma, longtime Winter Park ski racer. Ask her mom a math problem and you will probably get a really good answer. Emma Belatti cruising down here into her tuck onto the lower flat section.
Just checking dance.
Emma looking strong as she charges over the pick point onto the lower breakover. And here's our next competitor, bib number 49. This is Samara Hitt. Samara Ski and Snowboard Club Vale competitor. Skiing nicely up here on the top section. Into her tuck early. She's really charging. Samara, lots of experience on this hill as a U16, now as a FIS racer at the Holiday Classic, looking very strong. All right, we're to bib number 50 on course. That's Olivia Niedzwecki, another Team Winter Park competitor. Just down the road here on Highway 40 over Rabbit Ears Pass. Olivia really attacking on the flats. You can see your body language saying, I want more speed, I want more. Olivia doing a nice job now on course, bib number 51. Who else but Marin Elvidge, Colby Sawyer College, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club alumna, back on her home turf, experiencing the life of a college student, maybe not as much on snow training under her belt as she might like, a lot of time in the books, but Marin attacking this hill. Ferocious skiing for Marin. There's no holding back. Nice job for Marin Elvidge up there on top. Bib number 52 now on course. Whitney Diamond racing from the Snowbird ski team. Good skiing up there on top. She makes her way onto the flat section now. A little bit rattly on a couple of those left-footed turns up there. As we're into the later part of the field, but the course does look like it's holding up nicely. Our next competitor now, it's going to be Abby Snook. Abby Snook from Team Summit, followed by Tiffany Gorman, but right now it's Abby Snook. Yeah, I can just start to see the bumps down there, especially on those blue gates there on the beach. As we're getting a little deeper into the field, back to the top, our next competitor, bib number 54, Tiffany Gorman. She's an Aussie, racing with Ski and Snowboard Club Vail. Best of all worlds there. These Aussies can compete all winter at home and then come to Colorado and compete all winter some more. Who needs summer? Strong skiing here for the Australian. As she makes her way past the coaches and onto the lower pitch, we go back to the start gate. That's bib number 55. It's Kaylin White competing with the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. Kaylin, a former competitor out of Aspen, finding her home now here in Steamboat Springs and looking nice up here on top. She should be good and comfortable with her home hill. Really doing a nice job here early into her FIS career still. And it looks like a nice top of the run for Kaylin. Next up, it's Madison Van Melville.
Hey Joe, are you on Channel 9?
Maddie, member of the Aspen Valley Ski and Snowboard Club.
Where would you like to be for the run? Would you like to be on the knoll or?
Good, clean run. Really no issues up there on top for Maddie. That was good skiing as we go to the top, the start. And it's Morgan Phillips, our next competitor on course. Morgan, racing for the Aspen Valley Ski and Snowboard Club.
Yeah, we can.
Getting a little bit inside there, about 4 gates into the course.
Leave a star radio up here. Just think, I don't know.
Looking to have a nice light touch on her edges.
I'm at the crossing all day today, so I can
As
cover
she
it.
drives towards the finish line, reaching down the hill, everything moving towards the bottom. Don't want to do any extra work against gravity. A good top of the run for Morgan Phillips. Bib number 58, our next competitor is now on course. This is Eva Crony Ferrarulli.
Tyler, if you're okay, take
Eva
a video, then I'll
competing for Ski and Snowboard Club Vail. Her first Holiday Classic run. Attacking these gates here onto the beach. Good aggressive skiing from Eva, smashing those gates, trying to shorten the line, take every risk, and move into the top 30 as our next competitor, bib number 59, takes to the course. This is Addison Delaney. Addison racing for Ski and Snowboard Club Vail. She too, one of these racers who we've called their name many a time on the slopes of Steamboat Resort on the All Out Race Trail, competing through her junior years. Our next competitor, bib number 60, Cambry Burke from Team Winter Park. Cambry, about halfway down the upper pitch now. This first part of the course is where the athletes are finding their rhythm. It's where they're trying to generate speed for the first flat section, which is coming up on Cambry right now. The course flattens out. This flat section we call the beach. Athletes want to be clean, smooth. And then they make the break over right here onto the lower pitch. Cambry looked like she had a good solid run. Our next competitor getting ready to go here in just a moment is going to be Vika Zatzeva. One extra interval here before Vika goes. All right, we turn to Vika. This is one to watch, ladies and gentlemen. The Ski and Snowboard Club Vail competitor, a U16 national champion, podium skier at the Opa Cup International Competition in Berchtesgaden, Germany, and now in her first year of FIS racing. Vika Zatzeva, definitely one of the up-and-coming ski racers in the United States, and a really strong run up top for Vika. And it's going to be exciting to see how these first-year competitors stack up. Just behind her, you've got bib number 62. This is going to be Lucy Worth from the Jackson Hole Ski and Snowboard Club. Great to see the skiers from Jackson Hole. There was just some great FIS racing in Jackson a few days ago. They made the trip down south to Steamboat to get some more in before Christmas time. And a good-looking run up top for the Jackson Hole ski racer. Next up now, this is going to be Dylan Gay from the Park City Ski and Snowboard Club. I feel like I've seen that technique before. There's some pretty fast genes in this ski racer right here. Holy smokes, Dylan Gay absolutely flying down the hill. So we look back, Vika Zatzeva moved into 16th position from way back in her 60th start position. Very impressive. And here's another impressive one to watch. Kat Cosby, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club competitor, Pocaloka medalist, U16 National Championships medalist, and her first year of FIS racing, hometown girl from the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club, Kat Cosby. Flying on the upper pitch. Good, clean turns down through the beach. She also trying to get into the top 30 for that good, clean course for the second run. One of the rites of passage for these skiers as they make their way into FIS in their first year, starting from the back, having to move up through the field. Our next competitor, Katie Grislak. Katie, racing for Win Alpine, the Michigan skier. Oh, getting a little bit low, Katie. She knows this hill well. She's competed here many a time at the U16 championships. Now FIS racing on the slopes, Katie Grislak from Win Alpine. Good solid run up top. Next on course, this is bib number 66. This is Solveig Maritz. Her older sister, Liv, is in the lead. Solveig looking to see if she can stay at least in touch with her older sister. Looks like a good top of the run for Solveig. Hurtling herself down there. We can start to see some grooves on a couple of those turns down there as Solveig moves her way towards the finish. And we've got a little bit of a course hold as we go back up to look at some times. It's Kat Cosby sitting in 30th position unofficially. We call that the hot seat. Top 30 will run first in that second run. So if Kat can hold on, she'll get a great start for that second run. Dylan Gay, who went just before her, in 29th position. So some of the young athletes moving up through the field into a great start position for the second run. Super impressive. Solveig Maritz finishing just outside that group with a 33rd place result unofficially at the moment. as we've got a brief course hold for a little bit of course repair.
For Hazel, just a quick update.
Yeah, Hazel looked good. A little grooved up. Finally outside speed. Got this whole thing. No respect. Take it down the hill and attack.
Some great ski racing action here on the slopes of All Out Steamboat Ski Resort. Got a brief course hold.
All good, we're clear to resume.
Leave Moritz, our current leader, Sarah Raskin, second. Claire Timmerman, currently in third position. It's a U.S. ski team athlete, University of Denver athlete, and a University of Utah athlete holding those top three spots. Nicole Roundtree Williams right behind in fourth. She's from Colorado Mountain College.
Yeah, let's hear your voice, thanks. Ladies, when you come over the second
And we are just about ready for our next competitor. This is bib number 67 in the start. This is going to be Maisie Douglas from Ski and Snowboard Club Vail. She, again, one of these first-year FIS competitors. It's looking to make a move up through the field, and Maisie is on course. A couple of her co-competitors have just pushed it inside the top 30. Maisie going to be charging hard. See if she can get that good, clean start for the second run. They're also battling for some prize money. The top U18 will get a $250 check at the end of today's competition. $34,000 in prize money being distributed over the week here for these great competitors. Taylor Voigt, our next competitor on course. Taylor competing for Afton Alps. Just south and east of the Twin Cities is Afton Alps. Great to see Taylor coming out to the mountains for a little bit of racing just before the holidays. Good skiing up top for Taylor. All right, next on course, this is bib number 69, Annika Jobson.
There is no bid 70.
Annika for Ski and Snowboard Club Vail.
Next racer, 7-1.
Running the low line down there is Annika. Keeps it clean. That's an aggressive approach that can pay off. Looks like a pretty good run up top for Annika. We got bib number 71 now on course. This is Audra Crowley. It is really cool to see Audra compete in this event. Audra competing with the Ski and Snowboard Club Vail. She is a para athlete hoping to compete in the Paralympics. Oh, and Audrey having some trouble, just getting a little bit hung up there in that groove. And she misses that gate, goes out. It's going to be a DNF for Crowley, our next competitor, bib number 72 now on course. That's Eden Bohart. She's from the Aspen Valley Ski and Snowboard Club. Good solid ski racing here for Eden Bohart. She makes her way onto the lower pitch. Our next competitor quickly out of the start. No holding her back. This is Stella Stinnett. Stella from the Buck Hill Ski Team. Trying to follow the path of some great Buck Hill ski racers. Of course, Lindsey Vaughn started her career at Buck Hill. On to be the winningest skier of all time until Michaela Schifrin came to town. Here's bib number 74, Darienne Kenny. Darienne from the Aspen Valley Ski and Snowboard Club. I like the technique. Really lays those skis over, stands strong on that platform. Darienne with a nice run up top. Bib number 75, our next racer. This is hometown girl Hazel Fernley. Hazel, her first year of FIS racing, the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club competitor, knows this hill well. She is really on a great trajectory. Hazel's been moving up through the ranks. Each year she works hard, very committed racer. And Hazel looking to really shine in what can be a very difficult year, that first year of FIS racing. Hazel doing a nice job on the upper section of the course, showing her home hill knowledge. As bib number 76 kicks out of the gate. That's Ashley Bailey. Ashley Bailey racing for Team Winter Park. Solid skiing up here on top for Bailey. Shaping those turns, trying to stay above those bumps. You see that groove down there. Few gates with some grooves. Snow is pretty good overall, but you can tell that we've had a bunch of racers down this hill. Camille Natter, our next competitor. She is now on course. She's from Loveland. Really trying to create those angles at the top of the turn. You roll the ski over on a high edge angle, and if you can really stand on it the right place and get off it, you can generate all kinds of speed in your GS turn. Camille getting a little bit, leaning in just a little bit before she had that platform established, but held on nicely to stay in there. As we move to double intervals here towards the end, it's going to be 3 racers to go in the field for us, starting with Riley Riggs from Winter Park. Do this to try to avoid any delays. If anything happens with these last couple racers, make sure that they have a clear track before they go. All right, the Winter Park racer is now on course. This is Riley Riggs. 2 more racers to go following Riley here. Riley makes her way through the beach and onto the lower section. Solid run up top for Riggs. 2 racers to go. It'd be Merritt Flanagan, the hometown girl. She'll be followed by Kylie Blakely. Merritt's been around the Holiday Classic all of her life. And now she finally gets a chance to push out of the start as a competitor. Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club athlete Merritt Flanagan on course at the Murphy Roberts Holiday Classic all-out race trail. Hometown girl, her brother Bodie's been competing in the Holiday Classic for years. Merritt, first-year FIS athlete, finally gets her chance. She loves listening to the announcing of Peter Lemongello. He'll be coming at you for the slalom races at Howelson Hill. And Merritt looking good up top. 1 racer left from Team Summit, Kylie Blakely. She will be our final competitor here for the women. Checking back on the results, it looks like Kat Cosby, Dylan Gay have held on to their top 30 positions unofficially. That's exciting. But here comes one more competitor trying to take them off that lofty perch. It's Kylie Blakely. Kylie from Team Summit. Section. Our last competitor charging hard, really shaping those turns nicely. Kylie looks like a strong technical skiing up here for Kylie. No mistakes to speak of up here on the top section. Carving some nice round turns as she'll head to the lower pitch. And that'll wrap up our women's race. We will get ready for the men here momentarily.